I got somewhat of a plan of what I want to talk about, but also not really. So let's just start off with, it is the day after this day that I've recorded. Does that make sense? I've trained back today, but I trained chest yesterday, but this is my chest day. I don't know, every couple months, I don't know what happens, but I get there's like a day or two where I get super emotional. Not like, I'm crying at everything type shit, I'm getting emotional, like my dreams really start to scare me. Because they're so big, they're so large, and I feel like you should always have huge dreams that scare you. But sometimes it's so overwhelming where I'm going to go, because I have such strong belief in where I'm going to go. It's the point of delusion, so I know I'm going to go there. But it's so scary. Sometimes I get emotional. I get so caught up in it. Like, it's so big and scary. Like, from me now to me then, wow, I'm going to be there. And that is a wild thought that scares me. And also, I think the whole emotional thing, let's kind of take a step back. And a lot of guys can relate to this. I very much bottle everything up. I don't talk about my feelings at all. I don't have anyone to really talk to, that I trust really, for me it was my mum. That was the only person I could literally talk to about anything. It was her. Because mum knew if there was something wrong with me before I even knew it. She knew if I was holding something back, because I've always been someone who, I don't share feelings. It's a very common male thing. We don't share feelings or emotional, etc., because, that's kind of how society is, I guess, It's very much portrayed onto us, don't cry, etc., shit like that. Don't be vulnerable. And so I think I do bottle everything up. I'm very much, not as in I bottle everything, I'm so angry all the time and I just bottle it up. No, I know I'm very much in control of my own emotions and my own feelings and my own actions. I preach that and I practice that every day. And obviously I'm not perfect, sometimes things get to me. I'm a human being, shit happens. But on the most part, maybe 90% of the time, I'm very much can control how I feel, and can always choose how I feel. But I think the thing that I bottle up the most about, it's not everyday shit he said something mean. I think this is so surface level, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about other people talking shit about me, or if someone does something to me, it's very external. I can't control it, therefore I don't give a fuck about it, alright? If it's not affecting me, I can just, first of all, not let it affect me in any way possible. And so, I'm not talking about those things I bottle up, it's the deep things, about my mum, those feelings. And I feel obviously with mum passing away, I don't know if this is going to give most of the time these videos are very much, I'm giving insight. I don't know if this is going to give any insight. If you get any insight, awesome. If not, I'm sorry. But I had such a connection with my mum, such a strong, literally, I don't think there's any mother-son relationship out there it was me and my mum. We were fucking best friends. That was to the point. That was it. And so I don't have the connection with anyone anymore. I'm not talking about a motherly connection, but I'm talking about that connection, that deep, you kind of get what I'm saying, that deep connection. And that's what's missing in my life, because I am people are parked on the street. What the fuck? Maybe they're allowed to. I don't know. Hold on. Look at this shit. What the fuck is that? Anyway, turn around the camera. I'm very much, I crave connection with people. I don't want no surface bullshit, I don't give a fuck about all that, right? I don't care about the quantity of friends I have. I want quality. I want that quality shit, someone I can talk to about anything, that deep, someone who wants to drive, someone who wants to push me, who wants to hold me accountable. I crave deep connection with people. And so that's why it's like, and you don't get that often with people, because obviously everyone's different, and someone who can have a deep connection with someone else might not be able to have a deep connection with you because you're a different person. You're not similar in those respective ways, all right? Everyone is different, and some people have very similar things to each other, right? So I think I'm just at a point where there's a huge gap in my heart, and obviously, like, that's always going to be there. Like, no one's ever going to fill my mum's gap, unfortunately, but it's such a huge, like, gap in my heart and in my love and my connection that, like, I guess I bottle it up, because I don't have anyone, I guess, to be my rock anymore. I've always been my own rock, but like that, that person who can be there for you unconditionally. I feel like my mum was the only person I had unconditionally love from in my life. To be honest, everyone else, it's lovers and connection and relationship, whatever, it's all very conditional. Other than, like, sometimes your parents, but sometimes even your parents, it's conditional. But like, and that's the shit thing, because like if you have a mate or whatever, and you do something really, really bad, then they're not going to be your mate anymore, right? So it's conditional. A lot of friendships, a lot of relationships, they're conditional. People say I love you unconditionally. No, that's performative. That's not realistic. I could say I love this girl, I love her so much, blah blah, but fuck, if the bitch cheats on me, I'm not gonna love her no more. It's conditional love, right? So I feel like my mum was the only person who, first of all, was there for me. First of all, second of all, who was like, like, believed in me, or like wanted to hear about shit I was going through, which I was very much reluctant to share most of the time, or I am reluctant to share, but I don't know, I am ranting on about it. And so getting to the point, I didn't record yesterday, I was just feeling super emotional, and it was that time of the month, basically. It's kind of like, it's like bi-monthly, I don't know what happens. It's kind of, I just hold everything in, because I don't think about my mum a lot. I know that sounds shit to say, but it makes me feel sad, it makes me feel angry, most of all. It makes me feel rageful, actually, is the word for it, because, and I hate feeling that way. Obviously it's a choice to feel that way, but it's such a big thing, I'm not over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it, and there'll be something I have to live with my whole entire life. But thinking about mum makes me fucking sad and just rage. Like, that's all I feel, and I hate feeling that way. Because then I'm just letting it control me. I'm controlling my life, and I don't preach that. I don't preach letting your high emotions control you. Because if you can't control your emotions, then you're not living, are you? You're just existing, and you're just being controlled by this external force, right? Or this force that you can control. I know that sounds kind of shitty, but I'm not trying to say you shouldn't feel things. I'm not trying to say that at all. A sad thing's always going to be a sad thing, especially something so large, or something so big. Something surface level, like someone bumps into you at work, mate. So surface level, does not give, like, who gives a shit? All right, someone says something mean on the street, who gives a shit? All right, so, but like, big sad things are always going to be big sad things, and you should take the time to assess your emotions and really feel that emotion, feel sad, right? Because I should probably be telling myself this, you're just going to hold on to it for much longer and bottle up your feelings and just be angry and sad and all this other shit mixed in together because you refuse to feel a certain way, or you're blocking it out, which exactly what I'm fucking doing. And so that's why I kind of break down every couple months. Like I fucking, like you say, I just cried for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I could not stop. It was a good feeling because then I could actually think about mum. It was, I guess I take that time every couple months to really think about mum, you know, in every way, you know, go through the pictures I have with mum, go through the memories in my head, go through the letters she has for me, and really just sit there with thoughts of my mum. You know, that's the time that I allow myself to do that. And where I allow myself to feel vulnerable and cry and all that. But my advice now is to have someone in your life you can share to. I'm not saying share with everyone. You know, vents in every room, you know, they lead to different rooms. You know, like, that was a horrible way of saying it, but you should choose who you share your things with, obviously. Like, you shouldn't share with everyone, right? Because not everyone has your best interests in mind, all right? But there are definitely people out there, for every single one of you, who love you, who care about you, who want to hear about what's going on in your life, what's affecting you, and all that. There are people in your life like that. I'm not going to say there's heaps. I'm not going to say it's everyone. It might even not be the people you think, all right? Because it is rare, to be honest, to find those people in your life. I'm sure everyone has those people, and I'm sure I do. That is something I've got to work on myself, to be honest. That is something I've got to work on. But, sorry, I'm swapping hands because my shoulder is just fucking sore. You know, so it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to cry. It is the sign of strength to be vulnerable, because you're letting your guard down. Like, what is the point of life if you cannot love truly? If you cannot be vulnerable, then you're not being a human being. You're not being yourself. The point of life is to be happy and love. We are social beings. It has been the time since Adam and fucking Eve, man. Adam and Eve, love. You know, so Romeo, Juliet, all of it, you know, love is the strongest feeling. And if you can find love, mate, you're richer than anyone else, right? You're as rich. Because the currency of the world is not money, it is time, and it is time and love. Right, so find someone you can love, and I'm not even talking romantic. I have two best friends that I love, and I love them. They are my bros, and I will keep loving them. All right, I love those two men so much. They mean so much to me. All right, I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm just talking about love in general. Right, and you know, these days it's so. I guess it feels so hard, right? Because there's so much shit going on and blah, blah, like just a bunch of crap, you know? So my piece of advice is find someone you can connect with truly, someone who makes you happy, and, you know, you make them happy. You know, you bounce off each other's energy, and you can be vulnerable with. Because if you can't be vulnerable with someone you love, then you're not truly loving them, are you? You're not allowing them to know you and see you at a vulnerable state. And maybe sometimes you made a mistake, and they, you know, they're not a person you love, and, you know, they use their vulnerability against you. But at least you are vulnerable. At least you took that leap of faith into love. Like, I would, and I've said this in a video before, I would rather get my heart broken 100 times and just keep loving. Like, let's say multiple girls, I keep loving them. I love. And get my heart broken every fucking time. But I would rather that than not allow myself to love at all, or be vulnerable at all. Because then I'm not living life, am I? I'm not living to my truest self. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Be vulnerable with love, man. You know, don't be vulnerable with everyone. That's a mistake. Don't do that, all right? Don't do that. Don't do that, all right? Don't be sharing everything with everyone. Right, you don't need to share your business with everyone. You know, it's like the iceberg, right? It's a steroid iceberg. You know how you've got like above the ice, you've got like enclomiphene, and you've got creatine, you've got protein powders, and then you go like a bit lower, and then you go testosterone and anavar, and then below the ice, you know, you have like fucking Deca, and then you have like Trend next, and you have Halo Testing, and then you have all these other shit, you know, like you've got fucking Rage in a bottle. That's what I'm talking about. Like when you can have someone where you can share the tip of the iceberg all the way to the bottom, that is, and you can be vulnerable with that person, you know, that is true. That is true, man. That is true love. We can share, you know, because what is the point of life if you you can have the greatest achievements in the world and do such amazing things, but if you don't have anyone to share that experience with, then does it mean anything really? I guess, in fact, you should, you know, live for yourself, obviously. You know, live for, shouldn't be zooming. You know, live for yourself, in your own goals, etc. I believe in that, but you need to have someone that you can share those experiences with. You know, like a lot of people who don't believe in love, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Like, it is part of our society. It is part of society. It is part of religion. It's part of history. It's part of culture. Like, man was given tool, woman was given tool, make babies. You know, love, right? So, it's on our body, mate. Right? So, and I can't love everyone, obviously, but just go out there and try to find love, man. Be vulnerable. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Be true to yourself. Don't be anyone else, because you can only ever be yourself, because there's only one of you. There ain't two of you, right? There's not two yous out there. There's not two Alex. No, there's just one. There's just one me. Why would I want to be anyone else? And why would I want to be with someone who doesn't want me to be me, who doesn't like a part of me? Absolutely flippin' not. All right, so bit of sideline coach work today. Coaches don't play the game. All right, so I guess I do. Let's take a little step back. Therapy session. I guess I need to. Fucking Jesus, we're smoking too much. Jokes, I don't smoke at all. Or vape. Dirty vapors out there. Dirty vapors who think they're healthy. Chemical research, chemicals, whatever. Yes, I may take synthetic hormones, but that is different. I'm healthy. As I was saying, yes, I probably do need to, you know, drop the barriers a bit, you know, stop holding it all in, kind of share with someone. I feel so, I think guys watching this can take insight from this, you know, learn from my mistakes, please, like, for the love of God, or even girls out there too, you know, like, drop your barriers a bit, like, find someone you can be vulnerable with, and that's not going to be easy, obviously, but you'll know it when you meet the person, you know, you'll know it, you know. I know there is a select few people out there that I probably can share with, but you know, I lost someone so important and so special and so everything to me, that it left this huge gap, and I don't know if I can fill that ever again, you know. It's not filling it, but like, so heartbreaking that I don't want to allow myself to get to that point with anyone again, because my mum knew. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Do not know what I'm saying. Mental health is important as much as physical health, because at the end of the day, like, a lot of people talk shit about mental health, you know. That's probably because they're insecure themselves, you know. But mental health is very important, because, like, as I preach, and it kind of connects the dots. The only thing you can control is your head, your brain, your thoughts, your emotions, you know, your actions. You know, what goes on up here is the only thing you can control, nothing else. If we look out into the ocean, I can't control none of that. Everything out there I can't control. I can't control those boats, or I can't control the ocean, the waves. I can't control none of that. I can control is my perception, my opinions, my thoughts, right? And if you're at a point where, life is chaotic and so much shit is going on, blah, like, etc., etc. I'm not saying blah, 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 as in, take the validity away from it, but etc., you have your own what's it going on up there, something may be affecting you. That's why it's so important, because if there's a block where you're mentally not healthy, there's something going on, you're experiencing trauma in a certain way, or this or that, then you'll not be able to control your thoughts. And if you can't control your thoughts, you can't control your life. If you can't control your life, you're not living. That's why mental health is, at times, I take back, is more important than physical health. I had to get my mental health in the right check before I could start getting myself physically healthy. With my dad, my abuse from my dad and my stepfather, and no belief and very lonely, etc. I had to work on my up here before I can go and actually be physically healthy, and that's where I found Stoicism. So that's why I know what Stoicism did for me, because it did so much for me. God, it did, and it does so much for me. It has made me the man I am today. And so, I love the man today that I am. I am today. Me and English do not go well. And so I think that's why, you've got to work on what's up here before you can work on all of this. Right? That's why I also say, you've got to love yourself before you can love someone else. It's because you can't love the person you're with every fucking day of the week, 24/7, 365. How the fuck are you meant to love someone else, man? That makes no sense. Seriously makes no sense. All right? Might end this here. I am going to walk for the next probably hour. It is currently, let me check the time, Mr. Wolf. It is currently 11:30. I've probably been talking for about half an hour. So, oh! Someone texted me. Woo! Let's go. Anyway. Nonchalance there's no nonchalant bone in my fucking body. Alright? At all. Does not exist. Right? This whole nonchalant epidemic that we're in. I know I'm yapping now. I'm fully yapping. I'm in the yap stance. I'm leaning. I'm just chilling. Alright? This whole nonchalance epidemic we're in is so horseshit. It's people not acting like themselves. It's people not being themselves, basically, or pretending to not care. That's not wearing your heart on your sleeve. I'm not saying you should be this fucking silly cunt, but I'm saying just fucking be yourself. Right? Just this nonchalance thing, come on, man. Come on, that's silly. But do what you gotta do. Game respects, no jokes. I know, I'm yapping now. I'm fully yapping. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. I guess I take these videos for me ranting. Thoughts are going up here, because I'm a big thinker. I daydream all the time. My brain is always on. I'm always daydreaming, always thinking about things. I'm always brain's always ticking. Shit's never off, all right? And so I take these times to let it all out, quench my yap thirst. And also, I guess, kind of help me. So I want to thank you guys. Obviously, I could post and no one watches, but it doesn't matter. Not many people watch anyway. That don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck about the views or any of that shit. I don't care about fucking likes or monetization or anything like that. I just want to thank you guys, because, this gives me the opportunity to sometimes help me get through my own thoughts and really come to clarity. Because if you keep thinking about shit up here, you keep thinking about the same situation, etc., over and over and over, you're boiling over it, it's getting worse in your head. I know you can relate to that. Think about something after an argument, let's say, you've had with someone, and then in your head you're replaying over and over, I could have said this, and it makes you angrier and angrier and angrier and angrier. And it's just do you get what I'm saying? So these times where I can really just talk and yap, because I don't get this opportunity other than here and now to release the yap that I have, release I guess also the insight I want to give, and things I've been thinking about today is like, this could have affected me, but it doesn't. And because of this and this and this, I want to share that with people. I feel like, this is where I give myself props, I feel like I live life quite fully. I don't kind of give two shits about money. I have a goal, I have a dream, I know I'm going to achieve it. There are people I love, I'm happy, I love the journey I'm on. Could die tomorrow, die today, don't give a fuck. I've lived life fully, right? And that's what you've got to do. So I want to be able to share that insight with you guys. I want to share that love of life, that love of journey, that love of everything with you guys, because I feel, it's quite rare these days to feel that way, and I feel like I live a lot fully happier than others. But I'm also after the truth, and I'm always growing. Me now versus me when I started this YouTube channel, very different people. See things very different ways. You can look at how I talked back then. There are a few videos where I'm like, damn, I believe that, I talked about that. Literally about this topic, I literally was talking about how men cannot cry, men shouldn't cry. But it just shows how much I've grown, right? And so, oh my God, I fucking continue yapping when I should probably stop, because it gets boring to a point. I don't know. I want to share my insights because I feel that I can help people, and that's what I want to do. I want to help the younger me out there. I want to help the Alec out there who, didn't have a connection with his dad, who's, mentally abused by his dad, and then abused by his stepfather, and only had connection with his mum, and, didn't have many friends, and had a passion, but no one believed him. I want to help him. I want to help the younger Alec, out there who's watching, whoever that may be, with a different name in different situation, etc., etc., etc. But now I'm going to stop yapping, unless another thought comes to my head. But stop yapping. I love you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Have a good night, morning, sleep, whatever the fuck you're doing. Cardio session, ending the night, going on a digestion walk, listening. I don't know. Do whatever you got to do. Chest day's coming up. I looked pretty good, not going to lie. Give myself a bit of props there. But yeah, you guys have an amazing day or night or whatever you're doing. And remember to live life. Love the journey. Love people. Fuck. Oh, look at that. There's some ugly motherfucker. Let's sort that. That is much, much, much better. Alright, I am off to the gym now. It is chest day. So it's the best day, obviously. I've had my pre-workout meal. I've eaten some food. Had some water. Everything is sorted. So all we got to do now is lift some fucking weight, and that's about it. I won't be recording with the Osmo at the gym today. I will be recording with my normal camera, the Sony ZV-E10. Just because it's chest day, I want to capture the chest pump. But other than that, that is it. I will be wearing the 4XL in the gym today, so we won't see no pumps whatsoever. But it'll be alright, okay? It'll be fine. We'll see you at the gym.
how you fucked me up. Putting your hands on me. Somebody that you used to say, I love you to. Somebody that you used to sleep next to every single night. Somebody that you used to hold. You had the audacity to put your fucking hands on me. After I never did anything to you. And I never said anything bad about you to anyone. I never did you bad, ever. I never cheated on you. I didn't do a damn thing to deserve what you did to
Some people who've had a rough start, they seem to be able to go to another level. You're building armor. You're putting on a suit of armor. You look stronger, you look bigger. I got this energy that was almost like violence. Probably I used a lot of anger that I had in me from my childhood and so on, I don't know, but instead of it going all over the fucking place, yeah, people's faces and this and that, and creating problems for me and everybody else, it was all internalized, and then it was into those sex, into those weights.
This compression is so good. But anyway, so finished the gym. Wasn't the best session, I'm not gonna lie, but that is fine. You know, you do what you got to do at the end of the day. Just gonna, you don't see that anyway. It's cheat meal day. I need to have one because I'm not really gaining too much weight. Well, I'm gaining weight, but like a steady amount, but it's very, very good. You know, when you're lean bulking, especially, you know, with what I'm eating every day, expect to sometimes, like once a week, just have I call it a refeed, basically heaps of carbs. Tomorrow's back day. Back is a very important day for me because it is a weak point. So I want to carb up for that basically. But I'm trying to decide what to get. But anyway, I guess you'll see when I decide. I'm going to eat my 600 grams of potato, 250 grams of chicken. I'm going to drink 2 liters of water. I'm going to watch the Avatar, The Last Airbender. And that's it. Alright, I will see you soon. Oh, there is a big yap brewing. You've already watched the yap if you've got this far, but huge yap. Holy chud. Holy refeed. Alright, so let's break it down. We've got 6 bagels, right? So half a bagel basically with jam. So 6 whole, 12 halves of bagels, each spread with jam. Bowl of chicken soup. We've got 4 Progo yogurt proteins, 17 grams of protein each, right? 4 times 17 is 69. Is it 69? 69 grams of protein. 47 times 7 times 4. 7 times 4 is 29. And then, yeah, so 69 grams of protein there. And then we've got 2 litres of orange juice. I don't know if I'll have the whole 2 litres. I'll have some of it. Probably a litre. But that is the meal. So I'm going to fucking demolish this shit. I might put it on time lapse and go from there. I am going to eat my food, basically. I'm so excited. And then I'm going to go for a huge walk. Huge digestion walk. Whew. All right, we are all bagels down. They were so good. Now we've just got some yogurt left. We do have 14 grams of sugar per each one, which is all from the dairy itself, actually, because there's seriously no added sugars. That's pretty good, actually. So I'm feeling a little bit full, so I'm going to finish these off and then go for a walk. Pretty long walk. Where's my phone? Let me check how many steps I've done today. I prediction not a lot. Oh. Is it the 23rd? I've done about 10,000 apparently. That's what Whoop says. What does my health say? My health says 5,000. I'm going to trust the phone, to be honest. So let's go for a big old walk after this.